Howdy everyone, Pete Daddy here. It's the first day of the Road to the Finals promo, and we got another hot player objective card. In fact, it's another one worthy of the Whopper button.
Tell the crew to push the Whopper button.
And I am talking about this Road to the Final Jules Kounde. This is a very, very strong card. However, it does take quite a bit of a grind to get it. But I am here. I'm going to show you the best way, the fastest way. I'm going to show you some of the best, cheapest meta players you can buy to help you along the journey. But let's just get right to it. But make sure you subscribe first. I'd really appreciate it. So this Road to the Final Kounde does require 5 different objectives. And I guess let me tell you a little bit about Road to the Finals first, just in case you don't know. Road to the Finals cards, EA will give us Champions League cards. I haven't seen any Europa League cards, but usually there's Europa League cards involved as well. But as your players, as their team progresses throughout the Champions League, they will get upgrades. Right now, Kounde is playing for Sevilla and La Liga, and they are looking pretty much assured to make it to the next round, to make it to the group stage. So that would mean this Kounde card, once Sevilla makes it to the group stage, would go from an 82 to an 84. And then as Sevilla advances and advances and advances, then he would go higher and higher and higher. So, you know, a team like Sevilla is probably not likely to win the entire Champions League, but they are looking very good for one promotion. And the other thing to keep in mind with these cards, some of them by the time, even like a club like Bayern Munich, by the time maybe they win the entire thing, if they do, you know, you're talking months and months and months down the road. So we want to focus on when they're going to get their quick upgrade. So the next one to really focus on is group stage, and that would be coming up in not too much longer of a time. But let's look at these objectives. First one is Swift Score. Score 4 finesse goals using La Liga players in this new live FUT Friendly Road to the Final Classic with at least 8 La Liga players in your starting squad. So this one should be fairly simple. You know, you can do this if you want to trade goals with your opponent. You could do this in one match. It's not separate matches. It's just 4 total finesse goals. So if you have someone you're blowing out, someone that quits playing, someone that you want to trade goals with, and just make sure to get your 4 finesse goals. And I like to share this because we do have some people that don't know, but if you don't know how to do a finesse shot, hold down RB or R1 on your controller while pressing the shoot button. So hold it down while you press shoot. That does the finesse shot modifier. It kind of side foots it in, does that little curling action into the back of the net. The next one is called Launching Forward. This is assist 5 goals using LaLiga Defenders and the live FUT Friendly, all of that Road to the Final Classic, with at least 8 La Liga players in your starting squad. And I'll just go ahead and tell you, all of these are the same, where you have to have 8 La Liga players in your starting squad. And I'm going to go over some of the best La Liga players, cheapest and most meta La Liga players you can bring into your team. So just keep that in mind. But what I would say on this, you know, if you can get a defender, you know, usually left backs and right backs are the best for this. Those are usually the ones that have some nice pace, some nice dribbling. Generally, that's what you want to look at. If you're lucky enough to have Ferland Mendy, or even if you don't, if you have Marcelo, his card is not crazy expensive this year. You know, some of those types of cards, and I'll show you another one. Renan Lodi is one I'm going to recommend. Very cheap, and also has decent passing, dribbling, all that type of stuff. He could definitely get some assists for you. However, same thing in this one. It's not in separate matches. If you have someone you're trading goals with, make sure pause the game or get your defender involved. Pass up to the person you're going to score the finesse goal with, and then you will complete both of these at the same time. So you could pass, say you're using Renan Lodi, pass to Renan Lodi, have him pass up to one of your attackers, do the finesse shot modifier, you know, the RB and the shoot, and then that will give you 1 on each of those. So this is an easy one to combine right here. So Swift Score and Launching Forward are easy ones to combine. Then we go to linking La Liga. Now here's where the grind begins. Assist in 15 separate matches using La Liga players. So right now, we are guaranteed that it's going to take at least 15 matches to complete this Kounde. So that is a bit of a grind. So you're going to want to ask yourself, do I really want this Kounde? Is that something that I really want to bring into my team? And for me, what I have on my backline now is Rafael Varane and Team of the Week Joe Gomez. So Kounde would not make my starting squad. However, I am still going to complete Kounde because he is going to go from an 82 to an 84. He is very, very likely to do that. And the other thing is, he's French. He's La Liga. He links up perfectly with Varane. He links up, well, not perfect, a strong link, I should say. I meant perfect in a different manner. When you say a perfect link, that generally means like someone like Ferland Mendy and Varane, where they're French, and Real Madrid and La Liga. So, but, you know, they link up. It's a strong link. Kounde is with Varane and with Mendy. So some of the best defenders in the game he links up with. You don't know how far he's going to upgrade. And the other thing, he will be a first-owned La Liga center back. So if once icon swaps come in December and we have icon objectives, having some of these first-owned cards is going to be very, very helpful. So just keep that in mind. And what I noticed on this one thing they did differently, if you look at the objective rewards, they are not giving us a loan Kounde, which I'm kind of in favor with, because one thing about friendlies is if you play with loan players, it does not reduce their contract. So you could have an Mbappe with one loan match left and play him in thousands and thousands of friendlies if you really choose to do that. So I'm kind of glad they did not give out just a lone Kounde that then maybe later we can use in friendlies, because it seems like a lot of these objectives have been in friendlies, which I'm a fan of. I just don't want to see teams and teams and teams of nothing but lone players. And maybe they'll do something about that in the future. We'll see. But I did notice that they did not include a Kounde loan card. So it is going to be a bit of a grind, but I think it'll be worth it. The other thing, if you guys don't know about the way the weekly score has changed in Rivals, it seems like by the time Weekend League is done, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we don't really have much to do, so it's nice to have these player objectives to grind for on Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is more the competitive matches, so I am really enjoying that aspect of it, but this is going to be a bit of a grind, and also, I know I'm probably getting long-winded here, but this is what I've recommended on some of the other ones. You know, really go for this Kounde, go for it. Say you're going to play 4 matches. So I'll play my 4 matches towards Kounde. Say I get an assist and I'm done playing FIFA. I'm going to quit for the day. Let me play 2 more matches and just give my opponent a win. Let them, you know, be aware of what they need. Know that they need an assist. So let them get an assist. Let them score and then leave the match. And that gives them a win. And maybe that makes it a little bit easier. And if we had lots and lots of us doing that, that would make this so much easier. So, you know, just kind of keep that in mind. Maybe, you know, once you're done with FIFA for the day, play 1 or 2 more matches and just give someone the win and then just be done with it. Next one, scoring in Spain. Scored 12 goals using La Liga players in the live FUT Friendly. This one is just kind of an extra one. I don't really understand that. If you're assisting in 15 separate matches, you're more with 8 La Liga players, you're more than likely scoring 12 goals with La Liga players. The only reason I can think they did that is maybe to try to prevent, there's been a lot of lone Mbappes out there who is Ligue 1. Maybe they're trying to help combat that a little bit, or combat people using a lone R9 or lone Cantona or something like that. So, you know, you've got to assist with La Liga players and also score 12 goals. But also notice that one does not have matches. So you could do that with this one an all-in-one match. So in theory, you could do swift score, launching forward, and scoring in Spain in one match. And that's also maybe something to do. You could help someone out. You could let someone, you could trade goals with someone and then actually lose the game. And then you could get a premium goal pack, a 75 plus rated player, and a goal pack just from playing one game. So keep that in mind as well. Even if you're not going to do the Kounde, you could do these 3 objectives all in one game. Give someone a win, would help them out. Plus you would get 3 separate rewards. Then we have winning ways, which also adds to the grind. Win 10 matches. So the biggest grind ones are assist in 15 separate matches and win 10 matches. So we're talking about a minimum of 15, but it could be more. If you don't win 10 out of the 15, then you're going to be playing more than 15. So it's a minimum of 15. But again, try to help people out. Go for it. Grind for it. But once you're done playing, done for the day, play 1 or 2 extra matches and go from there. Let me show you some cards. I picked out some players from every position in La Liga. Some nice meta players that do not cost a ton of coins. And what we're talking about here, at the striker position, your main strikers, Iñaki Williams and João Felix are both very, very good attackers for very cheap. I think both of them are less than 2,000 coins at this stage. I think I bought Iñaki for 1,000. I think I got him a little bit cheaper than maybe what he is. I'm not for sure, but very, very nice. 94 pace. João Felix is not as pacey, but he has the 5-star skill moves, and you don't need to necessarily put expensive chem styles on him. You don't have to put a hunter on him, but maybe if you have an extra catalyst around or something, that may be a good one for João Felix just to boost his pace up a little bit more. But these are what I'd recommend for cheap strikers. For my wingers, Vinicius Jr. and Porto, both of them I believe are under 2,000 coins, or right. Pretty much everyone on this list is right around the 2,000 coin or less range. There may be a couple that are like 2,500, and then there's going to be some that are like 1,500. So all of them are very, very reasonable. This Porto card is very solid. It was a big favorite at the beginning of the game. Vinicius Jr. has a ton of pace, and he also has 5-star skill moves. So this Vinicius Jr. is definitely another one. 5-star skill moves are very OP this year to help you get around people. In the midfield, for my main defensive midfielder, I would recommend this Marcus Llorente card. I cannot believe how cheap he has gotten. I didn't mean to go there. I was just going to do a quick search on the transfer market. Let's compare price on Llorente. Like you see there, $850. Even the bin is $2,500. Bin of $2,000 with no takers. So you can probably get in for like $1,500, maybe even 1,000 coins. This is a really, really strong card in the midfield. He's definitely worth more than that. It's just the market is crazy this year. But that Marcus Llorente is really strong. For my attacking midfielder, and depending on how you want to play, I'm probably going to play this in a 4-4-2 second variation and have like 2 CDMs. I would play Fekir as my kind of two-way CDM. Even though he doesn't have great defending, he has amazing attacking stats. He has, and he's still going to be a body there in the middle. So I'm going to use Fekir in that role and then count on Llorente and his pace and his defending to kind of clean up everything else. For my back line, I've got Renan Lodi, and what I was talking about here where you need a defender, a LaLiga defender to get an assist. Lodi has great pace, really nice dribbling, decent passing, so he would do really well for giving you an assist from a LaLiga defender if you need to play it straight, if you don't have someone that helps you out. For the back line, Militao, and I'm also recommending use Kounde in this objective. This Kounde card is, a slightly pricey for 79. He's about 2,000 to 2,500 coins, but at least you would start getting used to him. Use his body type in game. He's a little bit more, he's not super tall at 5'10", but he does have decent jumping and decent heading. And heading is not OP. It is there. It's not like FIFA 19 where you have to have the height. But, he does have the jumping, and I don't know, I think it would help you at least get used to his body type in game. So I'm recommending putting Kounde into your team as well. And then at right back, Kappa is a very strong option. He was my starting right back on my starting team this year. So Kappa is very, very strong. And then Neto as my keeper. And then you may notice down here, I have 3 UCL rare cards. Now, this is something that could throw a monkey wrench into some people. One of the requirements to enter the FUT Friendly is you have to have 3 Champions League rare cards in your team. I have been lucky enough to pack several of them. You do not have to start them, but you do have to have them at least on your bench. Let me just check. I should have checked that. Let's look on the transfer market. Champions League rare cards, are they going for fairly cheap? Okay, so there's tons of them out here. There's no takers on this Dennis. I could put a bid on him for $650 and get him. So, it should be very simple to be able to get them. Even this strike, crazy. 83 rated, 950 coins, no takers. The market is just crazy this year, boys. But anyways, like I said, make sure you have 3 UCL rare cards on your bench. And if you happen to, you probably could buy one of these. Like, let's just see who would have one. Iñaki does not have one. João Felix would have one. Let's just see what João Felix is. If you needed to buy one of these cards, just go ahead and buy their UCL version. So let's just see, like João Felix, does he have one for 2,500 coins? Maybe his isn't a great example. His is going for more, so maybe that's not a great example. Maybe just buy his gold for 2,000 coins and then buy the cheapest UCL rares you can. I'm just saying, if you do come across some like Renan Lodi, Vinicius would have one, Militao would have one, Llorente would have one. Let's check Llorente. That'd be another interesting one. I wonder if it could be that the La Liga ones are a little bit pricier because people are trying to buy those for this objective. But yeah, I think that's what it is. So what I would recommend, you do not have to start the game with them. You just have to have them on your bench. You just have to have them on your team. So, I'll show you here. If you go into the FUT Friendly I didn't mean to go to squad building challenges. I'm still getting used to all the menus here. We'll look at the other, we have some new cards on squad building challenges as well. But if we go to friendlies, we're going to go to the play online. And again, I'll say this again, I say this every time, but people always ask, can you play this against your friends? And no, the live FUT friendlies, these particular ones, you cannot play against your friends on that. You have to go with whoever you're matched up against. So on this one, you see it'll say I have less than the minimum number of players, but it's not saying anything. I'll just show you guys here. Let me just add a few gold cards real quick. You know, just put some of these guys out here. And again, you could put whatever subs. There's no rating requirement. So if you are someone that likes to use loan cards and you have Mbappe, if you could use Aubameyang, whatever you want to do. But, I'll just show you. Just put out a couple of these right here. Keep messing that up. Okay, I think that does it. So you can see here, we're creating a game session. All you have to do is have those rare cards, those UCL rare cards on the bench. So keep that in mind. So that covers the Jules Kounde, a very, very strong card. Really recommend him. I guess let me just show you his stats real quick, just so you can kind of keep that in mind as well. Let you know what you're playing for. And also remember, he is very likely to be upgraded to an 84 very soon. So if we go to Kounde and we go to concept players on, hopefully concept players, and you can see there he's got great pace, 80-80. I would probably recommend a shadow. You could also do an anchor on him just to help boost his physical. His physicals are not that great, but it's not bad by any means. But one thing I like about him, he has great agility and balance for a center back. Most center backs this year, they've had some big downgrades to agility. This Kounde has great agility for a center back, so I'm loving that. Great reactions, solid composure, and amazing defending stats. I would personally put a shadow on him just to make him 90 acceleration, 90 sprint speed. I haven't noticed that much on the physical this year. The 73 stamina is not a problem at all, but that's what I would do. But you could certainly do an anchor as well, make him 85 pace, and then also boost up his physical some as well. But it's a really strong card. Definitely recommend completing it. And then let's just take a quick look at some of the new SBCs we got today. If I can figure out how to get there. It's always so weird. We got a Mason Mount SBC, and I would say stay far away from this one. It's just not worth it. It's an 83 rated squad with a jumbo gold pack and an 85 rated squad with a premium mixed players pack. Last I looked, it was coming in at FUTBin at like 80 to 90,000, and in my opinion, it's just not worth it. Even though Chelsea is likely to get some type of promotion, even just from, in my opinion, one more promotion or one more upgrade for Mason Mount is not enough to make him really viable in game. He's one who's going to need Chelsea to progress and progress and progress. However, remember that is months and months away. So by the time this Mason Mount maybe gets to a usable state, we're already at team of the season time. We've already had future stars. We've already had Footmas. We've already had many opportunities for upgrades. So I would say stay away from this Mason Mount. It's a solid card. However, I don't think he's good enough to be an attacking mid, and he doesn't have enough defending to be a defensive mid. So I would just say stay away from this Mason Mount at that price. I would rather have someone like Roberto Firmino who would be tradable, or Jorginho Wijnaldum. If you can bring Jenny into the team, then he's going to give you more defending, maybe not quite as much pace, but a lot of other attributes as well, who could play in a CDM role. Firmino could attack for you. Firmino has 5-star skill moves. Mason Mount only has 3-star skill moves. So I would just say stay away from this Mason Mount. The other thing we got today was this Oyarzabal Player of the Month. And when you look at him, his stats look decent. There's nothing wrong at all with his stats. However, he has 3-star, and in my opinion, 4-star skill moves is very important this year. You need skill moves to get by people at high levels. And he requires an 85 rated squad. So I would say stay away from the Oyarzabal. You're using a lot of your capital. I know I hear a lot of time people say, oh, I completed him for free. You didn't complete him for free. You used your capital in your club to complete that Oyarzabal. And then say 2 weeks from now, we get an Mbappe or a Neymar Player of the Month SBC. you've used all those 85 rated squad players from your team, and now it's no longer free and you're not able to complete someone who actually is groundbreaking. So I would say stay away from that Oyarzabal. I would personally rather have Dembele tradable or Eden Hazard tradable. But anyways, boys, this is going to wrap it up for now. I mainly wanted to go over how to complete the Jules Kounde, but this is going to wrap it up. Make sure to subscribe down below, check the Discord, or check the description, join my Discord, and follow me on Twitter. But I'll see you soon. Bye.